Welcome, beautiful Aquarius, to your February 2026 prediction. In today's reading, we are going to look into different aspects such as love, career, health, home, and also what is the overall energy. So let's start. What is the overall energy for you in February? So when I'm looking at the cards, like the overall energy is a little bit like you will be like mentally overloaded with some things, or like also there is like an emotional overload, because I feel like February will feel a little bit like heavier for you, because when I'm looking at the cards, you are kind of like carrying too many responsibilities. It can also be that you are carrying others people problems that are not even yours, or you are also having like the pressure that you need to hold everything together, that you are worrying also too much, that it's not letting you basically sleep. Okay, the worries are not letting you to sleep because you're mentally worrying about the things, because Ten of Wands is showing that you are doing too much work, you are doing too much duty, too much responsibilities, you are feeling kind of like trapped by the obligation. But then the Nine of Swords is basically talking about like anxiety, about overthinking, guilt. Also, maybe you're afraid that you're going to make some kind of mistakes, or sleep problems as well. So I don't feel like you are maybe all the time saying yes when you actually want to say no, or it can also be that you feel responsible for other people's happiness, or also basically when I'm looking at the cards, you are kind of like worrying about the future, or you are all the time thinking about some old conversations you had with someone. So basically this is what will kind of like happen for you in February, a little bit like stress. But it's not because you are kind of like weak or anything, it's more because you are, when I'm looking at the cards, you're doing too much kind of alone is what I'm getting. So something must be released basically, and also you cannot carry and do everything alone. But let's see the love, how it's going to look for you in the love. When I'm having the feeling you also want some kind of change in your love situation, in your relationship, but you are also feeling a little bit like stuck, because Magician is basically showing that you want to take the action, that you want to change basically the whole situation. You want control, you want clarity, but then you have also Eight of Swords, which is basically talking that the fear is kind of like blocking you, or you're feeling like mentally trapped, or you're not speaking freely about your needs, and you are kind of like adapting yourself. So also when you are in a relationship, it can be that you are all the time trying to fix the things, but you are afraid of the conflict, or it can also be that you are holding back the truth about how you want the situation to progress, or you are also emotionally restricted in something, because you know what to say but you don't say it. Or it can also be that you are worrying about some kind of consequences of when you are going to say the things, or you are just stuck in the same pattern in the love. So I think also maybe when you are single, you are like attracting people easily is what I'm getting, but you are kind of like blocking yourself, because you are afraid maybe of rejection, or some past pain is there, or you're feeling like you are not kind of like free enough. So basically you need to kind of realize with these cards, like this cage, you are kind of like having this mental cage, you are putting the cage on you. So speak honestly, and also stop waiting for the perfect time all the time, and also you have more power basically that you think, is the card suggesting. Let's see the career, what is happening in the career. In the career, I think like it will feel like a little bit emotionally empty, because we have reverse King of Swords, which is talking about like unclear leadership, or something like a bad communication can happen in your career, or someone is not very fair, like unfair authority it can be in your job, or also that you are kind of like mentally exhausted. But also the Four of Cups is showing that you are kind of like bored in your job, you have lack of motivation, you are maybe also feeling not underappreciated, unappreciated, I would say, or you are kind of like emotionally withdrawing. So it can also be like some very specific career situation based on the cards. It can be that you have very like bad management in your work, or unclear instructions about doing something, or your feelings are ignored, or your ideas are not respected, or a lack of inspiration. So you may even think about quitting your job, or you may feel very disconnected from your work, or you are going to feel kind of like mentally drained, or you will just not have a lot of interest in doing the task. So also everything like don't make any like emotional decision. Just observe everything very quietly and protect your mental energies. Basically the advice I would give you based on the cards. Let's see now the health, how it's going to look. Everything like the health energy, when I'm looking at the cards, it's very strong. You have very beautiful health energy, very positive, because we have King of Pentacles, discipline, stability, long-term care, Ace of Pentacles, new beginnings, new routine. So I feel like physical improvement. So you may improve your diet, your sleep may get better. In February, you're going to focus more on your body, not only on your mind. So also this month is basically something new, what it can be for some medical checkups or some therapy, financially, also investing in your health, because basically the coins or the pentacles discs, they represent some finances or money. So it can also be that you are kind of like being asked to invest in your health this month. And let's see the home or the family, what we have. Okay, so I had a feeling like in your home you are going to kind of like plan some things, and it's more about fair exchange, because we have Two of Wands and they are talking about like planning some things, or kind of like thinking about the future direction, or also that you are maybe even considering moving or changing homes. But then we have a Six of Pentacles, and it's talking about giving and receiving, about support, about being fair. So I think like very specific thing. It can be that you want some equal effort. You want also maybe financial balance, something, because again the Pentacles also talking about finances. So it can also be like that you will share responsibilities at your home, or you will get some financial support from home, financial help, but definitely set boundaries and stop overgiving yourself and ask for help if you need, and also plan long-term things as well, because the coins, they represent long-term energy, long-term potential, and basically planning. So I feel like definitely try to balance everything. So when I'm looking at the cards, let's put it all together. You are going to feel a little bit like mentally, I would say, overload in general. Then the love, I had to feel like in the love, like the key message that you will feel a little bit like pressured, or the fear is kind of like blocking the progress in love. In career, you will maybe have like burnout, or you will feel like a little bit bored in your career. Then the health is going to improve. I see the health improvements, and at your home there is a need for balance. So yeah, my beautiful Aquarius, I kind of feel like that was it, what the universe wanted you to know regarding the February. So thank you so much for listening. And if you would like to get a personal reading, link is in the description down below where you can book your reading. And also, if you would like to get more messages like this, please hit the subscribe button down below, because I'm trying to publish now every single day. So thank you so much. Until next time, see you.